All right, we're here with Coach U after the Bruins fall in the quarterfinals to number 2 seeded Grace Christian University. Coach, we knew we were going to have our hands full with this team. This is a good program with a lot of returning seniors. And I mean, even last year we took them down to the wire, or they took us down to the wire in the semifinals. So coming into game planning this week, what was kind of the strategy against this big team that they have?
Well, we were really concerned about their big guys, and we held all of their big guys under their season average. We actually tied them rebounding. We both had 33 rebounds, and that was our strategy. My guys executed our strategy offensively and defensively. In fact, they executed our offensive strategy so well against their zone that they came out of it. Grace doesn't play that much man-to-man. I think Synergy has them at something like 11% of the time they play man-to-man. The rest of the time it's zone. And so we forced them to do something they didn't want to do, and with 10 minutes left, we were up. We were still up. And, we break up each half into 5 4-minute segments, and we won most of those segments for the game if you break it down into when the timeouts come and all of that. And so we really did some good things. Sometimes you just run up against a better team.
Yeah, and they got into that point where I think it was around the 10-minute mark. They went on somewhere in the neighborhood of a 19-2 or 18-3, somewhere around their run. What do you think was key for both us as we kind of stalled offensively and them to be able to take that?
We got in foul trouble, and we don't really have anybody on the bench. We haven't all year, but we've had 2 more guys get hurt at the region tournament, and so we're really only playing with 7 guys. And those 7 guys did a really, really good job, but some of those guys are put in a position against really good players. They had some turnovers. Blake getting a technical really cost us. I mean, just that momentary loss of control, and I believe the referee interpreted something else. I don't think that Blake was upset with the referee. I'll have to watch it on film. But those things were a turning point that, when they get the ball, score the free throws, and they get the ball back, it ended up being a 5-6 point swing.
No, I mean, we've talked about this several times, both on and off camera, but I know this isn't officially the end of the season. We still have a game tomorrow, and then maybe even a game on Saturday, depending on what happens tomorrow. So, but just speak to the adversity this team has shown over the course of this season. I mean, we have faced obstacle after obstacle after obstacle. Even as you mentioned tonight, had another guy, who tweaked something in pregame warmups, and so the bench just keeps getting thinner and thinner. But the guys still keep coming back, and still, like you said, we're able to make a game of it for most of the game tonight.
Yeah, I honestly believe, if you look at how God has worked with the Bible, I honestly believe that God is using this year as a foundation for something greater in the future. I honestly believe that. The guys that we're recruiting are all good character guys. They're guys that really want to be here. They're guys that I think can help immediately, both some transfers and some guys that we're recruiting out of high school. And so, plus we should have some of the guys who are injured returning. And so I believe this group loves each other, is closer than any group I've coached in 25 years. And my teams have kind of had that characteristic, and we didn't always have that last year, but we ended up with that last year, and we've had it this year. And so, the adversity, I mean, you can focus on the adversity or you can focus on the positives, and we've chosen to focus on the positives because that's how you have to handle things in life. It's what your focus is. If you have if you want to complain about something, there's always going to be something to complain about. And if you want to be positive about something, there's always something to be positive about. And that's a life lesson that we're trying to learn through this season.
We have a familiar opponent tomorrow, Trinity Baptist at 12:30, a team that we've faced several times this year,
yep.
South Region rival. So as we go from tonight, very, very quick turnaround, less than 12 hours, we're going to be on the court again. So what do we take from tonight into a very quick turnaround tomorrow against Trinity?
Well, it was pretty much the same thing when we played them in the region championship. They had a little bit more time to go home and rest. We had a lot less time to go home and rest, and it kind of showed in that game. And we ended up with 23 turnovers in the region championship game. And so I hope I hope that we're able to limit those. A lot of those turnovers were not because of their defense or anything. It was us trying to do stuff that we're not capable of doing. Taking really bad shots or trying to drive in the lane and force the ball where it can't go. And so I'm really looking for us to move the ball like we did tonight and have a really good bounce back game tomorrow.
All righty. Thank you, Coach.